Okay, so my question for Kwaku is knowing knowing what you know about Joseph Smith's history with polygamy, and knowing that there have been other people who have practiced similar things and claimed that God was directing them to do so, how do you know, like what test could we say do you apply to Joseph Smith that tells you that he was indeed directed by God to marry women and girls, and how do you know that that was God working through Joseph Smith, and can that test also be applied to, say, Warren Jeffs, David Koresh, etc., other people?
Yeah, let me hang up with you, caller.
Clear enough question?
Yeah, I'm going to hang up with you and let him respond.
Okay. Thanks.
So yeah, that's a great question. Sorry, I've also got allergies, so if you hear me breathing weirdly, it's because it's the change of the season. So I that's a good question. The way I look at it is, I think you kind of have to take a grand scheme look. So, you can always make the argument of, oh, well, we don't know how many of them he slept with, and the only kids he has are from Emma, and that's whole. But I want to take a grand scheme look at it and say, if something's inspired by God, and when I say that, I mean, the 1978 First Presidency Statement, right? That certain popes, even the reformers, Muhammad, the Confucius monks are inspired by God. And we have the only priesthood authority, but there's still inspiration that can be found elsewhere. An inspired movement is going to have the marks of an inspired movement. Warren Jeffs in jail, and he has 2 small colonies. It has not made a dent. It has not actually brought forward a mass push of Judeo-Christian ethics and morals in society. Joseph Smith's movement did that. What from his initial claim to what we have now is because of Joseph Smith. The way I look at it, as a con man and a liar can't achieve that. Joan of Arc was only able to achieve what she achieved because she was inspired. If she was just a schizophrenic, she's not freeing France. I think you can objectively take a look and say, the mark of a con man and the mark of an inspired person. And I put Joseph on that category because of everything else that happened. Do I understand the polygamy? No, but I will say, if God's the creator and inventor of marriage, he gets to do what he wants with it. And if at some point he says, marry more women, you're going to do it. And what if some of them are a little bit younger? Isn't that weird? In European countries, the age of consent's like 16. All of sex is weird. It's all weird. When you guys were LDS, you were sealed in the temple, and you were sealed to your sister. And then your daughter is going to be your sister. And then your daughter is going to get married and have sex with her husband, who is her brother. It's all weird. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with recognizing that it's not something that normal. But neither are Native American angels glowing, flying through time and space. Neither are golden plates. Neither is any of it. I'm fine with it. I don't think Joseph fits the mark of a con man. It all would have fallen and died. It could not have become what it became if he was. And the reason we know that is because we know who David Koresh is. We know who these other people are who did not make it, whose teachings and their weirdness that went along with their teachings, it was not sustainable. But Joseph's was. That's probably because it was actually inspired.